strategies adjustments series. So the strategy that we are going to discuss today is long straddle. This is not an option selling strategy. This is an option buying strategy. But yeah, we are going to discuss about positional long straddle adjustments that could be done. So this is a part of our series where we are discussing about adjustments that could be done when we take a positional trade. Okay, and we have already covered positional uh, trade adjustments for short straddles, short strangle, as well as bear call spread, bear put spread, bull call spread, bull put spread, and call ratio spread, put ratio spread, and also a call calendar spread and put calendar spread. So this is all covered already. So today we're going to discuss about long straddle positional trade adjustments in Indian index markets, and we will go through specific scenarios and examples from Nifty, Sensex, and Bank Nifty. Okay, yeah. So, what is the long straddle? Long straddle is an opposite of short straddle. It's a volatility play. So, what you're basically guessing is in short straddle, you'll assume that the market is going to be range bound. In long straddle, you'll assume the otherwise. Basically, you'll assume that the market will go in one direction. There will be a big move, either in a positive side, a bullish big move, or a bearish big move will be there. That's what your view would be. Or there will be high volatility in the market. Okay. The only place where this strategy will fail is when there is no momentum in the market, and if the market becomes range bound, then this strategy will fail. Okay. So it's a purely volatility play, and you're not directional here. You're still non-directional here, and you're just assuming that there will be volatility. You don't know which direction the volatility will be. So that's when you take this long straddle. Okay, so profit, it gives you profit when market makes a big move in either direction, up or down. So whenever you are feeling like, I don't know the direction which way the market will go, but I am sure that it will give a good movement from this point, then you can deploy this strategy. The only place where you should not deploy this strategy is if you feel market won't move anywhere, it will just be range bound. Then you should not, because both the legs will have theta decay, and there will be premium loss in both the legs. Okay, so this will give a profit when market makes a big move in either way, up or down, and a loss if the market becomes range bound. Okay, because theta decay will work against you. So yeah, then only we need to do adjustments. Then when market becomes range bound, we need to do adjustments. So let's see different scenarios where adjustments scenarios for long strategy. So market rises sharply, so there is a huge up move. Then what will happen is your C which you bought will. So here you will buy. Okay, you will buy a ATM CE as well as ATM PE. That's what you will do. Uh, when there is a big move, market rises sharply to up move is there, then C will profit, but P will lose premium. But the profit that is made in C will be higher compared to the premium lost in P, and that's what you'll make profit. So, example here, if you see Nifty is at 20,000 spot, and it suddenly moves to 20,500. Okay, so the buyers will make money when there's a when there's volatility in the market and momentum is there in the market. So when there is a sharp momentum in the market, and if that momentum happens in a very short time frame, then buyers make money. Okay, and yeah, so here Nifty moved from 20,000 to 20,500. There's a sharp up move. Let's assume you have bought a ATM call. ATM call will be in big profit, and ATM put will decay, but it will not decay as much as the profit in the C. So net you will be profitable if the move is strong. Okay, adjustments, I don't think you need to make any adjustments. You need to book profit and just take the profits. That's what you need to do. But if you want to do different adjustments, then you take partial profit, exit 50% of winning C. And if you want to ride, if you feel like the market will further go up, then you could just keep that C still alive. Or if you take like 4 or 5, 10 lots, then you cut down 8 lots and put 2 lots to ride the trend. Okay, that's what you could do. Roll up the put. So put will decay rapidly because market has moved up. So you just remove that put and buy put at a higher roll up it, roll it up basically. So that theta cost will be reduced. I would suggest you remove the put, right? Because market has already shown that it is uh, unidirectional and it's bullish. Then you should remove the put unless you are of the opinion that market will revert back. Then you keep the put so that So you could roll up a put when you feel like the market is gonna revert back from the up move. Then you could do a roll up of the put, so that you could cover some of the losses that are done on the put. But yeah, if you made profit, then just exit the trade, okay? Or if you want to trail the profits, book some 8 lots out of 10 lots, and let the 2 lots run, ride the trend, and remove the put. That's the best thing you could do. Yeah, if you want to put assume that that the market is going to revert back, then yeah, you can roll up the put also to reduce the theta cost. Convert into a call spread, so sell a higher CA against long C to lock profit and reduce risk. Okay. So what you could do is, because you have sold a 20,000 C, you already booked profits. You just exit that, and you could move to 20,600 or 20,500 C, so that if the move there is a further up move, then that you could also that 20,500 C will capture that move. Okay. This is because if you keep these two, the 20,000 C and 20,000 P, and you add this 20,000 C, then I think this becomes a call spread. Okay. And yeah, it will give you further profits if the market moves up, because there are two Cs. 20,000 C is already in profit. If market moves to the 20,500 to 30,000, then this 20,600 also will give you a profit. Or you could do shift into a directional trade. So if the trend is strong, just cut the put and keep the call. That's what I would do. If you feel like it's bullish, cut the put and just put the keep the call. Or you book the profits of certain lots in call, and just let one or two lots run. So that's what happens when market moves sharply. You will make profit. C will be in profit, and P will not be will be in loss, but it won't be as yeah. Basically, in net you will make a profit. The same thing is in bank nifty also. If it moves from 46,000 to you will buy 46,000 C and 46,000 P, and if it jumps to 46,800, you will book the C profits, and you will remove the P. That's what I would do. Okay, so market falls sharply. Same thing here. Market falls sharply here. A sharp down move is there here. So PE will profit. CE will close here. So for example, Nifty is at 20,000. It fell to 19,400. Then your PE will be in big profit. CE will decay. And net you will be profitable. So you book the profit. Okay. Similarly, you book the profit, and you can trail. You can keep one or two lots to trail if you feel like further down movement would be there. Or if you feel like the market will revert back, then you could roll the C up. If you feel further up movement would be there, you could convert it into a put spread, sell a lower P. Okay. Or you could just take the profits in the you could cut the call and just keep the put. That also you could do a directional you could convert it into a directional trade by booking the profit, but book the profits. Okay. That's what you need to do. So you make money when there's a sharp up move as well as sharp down move in the strategy. Okay, so now let's see when you'll make losses. So when market stays sideways, then this is the worst case. Both the legs will lose premium. Theta decay will be there for both C and P, and net loss will be maximum risk. This is the maximum risk you will have. So for suppose you bought to the 20,000 CE and PE, and the market is ranging 9950 to 20,000 50 for 10 days. If it is doing, then you will incur losses because of theta decay. So what you need to do is adjustments here is sell OTM strangle against it. So we'll convert it into a long iron fly. Okay, so long iron fly, your risk, your total premium won't get gone. Well, won't be gone. It will be a risk adjusted strategy. So what you could do is you could sell a 20,300 CE and a 19,700 PE. Okay, so that will collect the premium and reduces decay. You could convert. You can sell an OTM strangle and convert into a long iron fly, or you could do gamma scalping with futures. So buy, sell Nifty futures against straddle when market swings intraday. So you do scalping and cover the losses in here. Okay, and you do it in the futures market. Convert into calendar spread. So yeah, so roll C or P into next expiry to buy time. So yeah, that also you could do. So you have bought the C and P at the money, so you could take a next month expiries C or P and convert it into a calendar spread. Or you could exit if the theta decay is 30 to 40% of the position, or even 10 to 20%, you exit that position because your view is wrong, and just take the loss and exit the position. Okay. Yeah. If you want to do some adjustments, then you can sell an OTM strangle, convert it into a long iron fly, or you can convert it into a calendar spread, and you can do scalping to cover the losses. Then volatility, VIX falls after entry. So if long straddle is Vega positive, so if VIX drops, both C and P premiums will shrink. So that will bring losses, because even though there will be no movement in the market, you will have an MTM loss, because price, even though it didn't move, because VIX has dropped, C and P premium will shrink. So you bought it at a higher premium and the premiums have shrunk. So you will be in loss. So you could again do the same thing. You convert it into an iron fly by selling a short strangle OTMC and P to neutralize Vega, or exit quickly if IV crush is event driven, like RBI policy, post budget, or election. So you exit that trade, okay, and shift to a next expiry. Roll this C plus P to next series with higher IV. So these three things you could do. So for example, you bought before RBI policy VIX at 16, you bought 20,000 CNP. Post policy VIX drops to 12. Your both premiums will lose the legs will lose the premium. So you either hedge by putting a 20,300 C or 19,700 PE, or you exit quickly. Okay, or you move it to next expiry, 20,000 CPE for the next month with a higher IV. Expiry week adjustment. So gamma risk is high here, and during the expiry week, theta decay is also very high. So straddle will swing wildly. If there's a big move, gamma will will give you a lot of profit, but yeah, so during the expiry week, what will happen is gamma risk will be very high, and at the same time, if there is a huge movement, gamma will make the premiums go very high, and there will be wild swings even for small moves. At the same time, during the expiry week, what will happen is, especially during the last hours of the expiry, theta decay will be also very high. So what you need to do is square off early, if you and don't carry these straddles near expiry, because theta decay will eat into your premiums very quickly and they will be out. They'll convert into zero if they're out of the money. Okay, and do directional scalping instead. If at the expiry week, if you are there, and if you feel that some breakout has happened, cut the losing leg quickly, and only keep the winning leg, so that you could gain from that winning leg till expiry. So example of that is Sensex expiry week. You bought 67,000 CE and PE. Sensex stays flat. Premiums will vanish because theta decay will be very fast here. So close position early. If breakout is there 67,800, then exit CE and write the PE. So that's what you could do. In whichever direction the breakout is there, you could write that. So net the practical examples is, if long straddle, if Nifty rallies, for example, Nifty, there's an up move, C will be in profit, and if it crashes, P will be in profit. If it stays in a range, you do a OTM triangle and convert into an iron fly. During the expiry week, you do a directional scalping, and yeah, square off early. And during volatility week, and when IVs drop, also you square off quickly and shift to next expiry. So that's what it is. So some adjustment playbooks is big up move, book C profits. Okay, a big down move, book P profits sideways, add short strangle, convert into an iron fly, exit early, IV crush, exit early, or hedge by selling OTM options and roll to next expiry. Expiry week, exit early and convert it into a directional spread. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.